You're very welcome back to Soccer Cards United. This is episode 163, I think, of the World's Greatest Soccer Card Podcast. The World's Greatest Soccer Card Podcast, which is coming to you live from Paris Airport, aka Charles-de-Gaulle, here in Paris. We are currently in the smoking area atrium.
No, we don't smoke.
We don't smoke, and that's an official health endorsement by Soccer Cards United.
163.
We're in the atrium smoking lounge the pre-departure area.
Zone. We came too early.
Can't drop our bags in yet. We have suitcases full of wax.
Not as full as when they came over.
That's thank the Lord.
Thank the good Lord. Thank the French Lord.
So I'll just show you where we. That's the sky.
Those are little tunnel tubes for the people.
Yeah, they're all. It's kind of like it's a bit like one of those McDonald's fun zones.
Yeah.
They briefly experimented with.
But they're escalators.
They're escalators, and they kind of have like a bouncy
tarmac. I assume it's because
crazy.
you might fall on this, and they wanted it to be soft.
Yeah, I don't know. Manic energy to start the show. Anyway, to put it bluntly, we're in an airport smoking lounge.
Yeah, we
recording
tried
the
our best to
podcast.
find a quiet place that people didn't judge us, and we figured no one judges smokers.
Yeah, exactly. They'll just think, look at those poor nicotine addicts
They can't get enough.
ordering more cigarettes on their laptop.
Yeah.
Talking to their cigarette guy.
Yeah. Talking to their Connect.
Yeah. So,
We're duty free. How much do you want?
where do we start?
Where do we start? So we obviously had a Q&A lined up that we didn't get to the other day. That's coming out.
Right, so hang on. So,
Thursday.
so the plan was, let's take us back to last Monday.
Let's do it. Last Monday.
Last Monday, I said, hey everyone, would you like to have the Thursday's podcast delayed by one day and recorded on Friday, but recorded in Paris?
Yes.
And people said, yes, do that. That'd be good fun.
That'd be great.
And
They woke up Friday.
rubbed the sleep from their eyes.
Put the coffee brewing.
Yeah. Put their dressing gowns on and bump down the stairs, ready to turn on the stereo and listen to Soccer Cards United.
No, they actually turned the car on, heated up because they're going to drive to work after their coffee.
Yeah. Suited and booted, teeth brushed,
Hair slicked.
fresh shave.
Oh, they look great.
You know, kiss the wife and kids. Out you go.
I'll be back. They have a briefcase.
I'll see you at 5 o'clock. I'll pick up the dry cleaning on the way home.
Yeah, in a great mood.
Great mood, knowing I'm going to get
Whistling out
live
the door.
from Paris. Yeah. And then our hotel room was too small to record in.
We were in a miniature hotel. Little did we know.
We're in a mini hotel. Yeah.
Mini hotel.
Yeah.
And we found that out as soon as we pressed the button. The lobby looked great. Pressed the button for the elevator, and only 2 people could stand in it. And because we had so much bags, I got in with the bags, and Jason was like, I'll just take the stairs.
I guess I'll take the stairs, yeah.
Such was the elevator. And at that point on, we knew everything was going to be wrong in terms of miniatureness. The
Yeah.
beds were fine.
Now, the
That's the most
beds are
important
fine. The shower was fine.
Shower was good shower pressure.
But the whole thing was just, because like
a bit too silly.
bit too
They
too
squeezed
silly.
one too many hotel rooms in that hotel at the expense of the experience of everyone else in the hotel.
Yeah. Now, so we said we can't record a podcast here.
No, not quite.
And then we said, well, what we could do an outdoor podcast or something like that. But like we had so much equipment, and like you put your camera over there, and then you're nervous the whole time someone's going to run and take it, and
Yeah, you have to be careful in Paris.
it's noisy.
It's very subtle here in terms of the noise.
Yeah. Don't forget to hold that.
Don't forget, right here, the noise is out.
So, anyway, we eventually said, well, let's go to the airport early on Sunday, and we'll do our Paris Roundup podcast
From the airport.
from the airport.
Some grey speckled walls.
So that's this one.
That's
You're
this-
listening to that now.
We didn't quite manage to find the kind of space we wanted to find.
Well, because we wanted to do it
Indoor.
airside, as they say, on the other side of
we
security.
thought we'd be able to give up our bags. And then now that we know we only have a 2-hour window to do that, we don't want to be rushing.
Yeah,
We want to be eating dinner.
because on the way into Charles-de-Gaulle on Friday morning, we had a very bad experience trying to get through
Because it's
immigration.
Disneyland season, Disneyland Paris, so anything could happen at this airport.
So all let's say is we wanted to record our Paris podcast, our Paris Roundup podcast while we were in Paris. This is what this is.
This is Paris airport, people.
But we also have a big collection of Q&A submissions, which is going to be Thursday's podcast.
Yes.
It's supposed to be last Thursday's podcast. It's going to be next Thursday's podcast.
Okay. And it's being recorded on Sunday, released on Monday.
This one is being recorded Sunday, released on
That's
Monday.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's
People are
actually
hearing this
Sunday?
on Monday, but it's Sunday evening for us now.
Yes. So basically last week there was no podcast.
There was only one podcast
Second
last
one.
week.
Yeah,
Exactly. So
But yeah, busy period for the boys.
that's basically it.
Now we're here.
That's all the administration taken care of.
Thank God. People were wondering.
Yeah. So, where do we start? So, the reason we're in Paris
Yeah, tell the people.
is because we were attending the second
Annual.
annual Paris Card Show. So, in October 2022, there was a Paris Card Show. It was the first one. We went.
We're OGs.
It was on 3 different five-a-side pitches.
Mhm.
There's a
great vlog.
great vlog.
Great vlog about that on the YouTube channel.
You can go to the YouTube and
investigate
that. And there's a great vlog coming of
for this one.
for this one. So this is a new, bigger and better venue, the Espace Champéret.
Oh yeah,
And so we were staying like a 5-minute walk from the venue.
beautiful for us.
Lovely location.
Great, wonderful.
But there's always a trade-off. The hotel is tiny, but it's in a great location.
Yeah. Well, the food in the local vicinity of our hotel was amazing.
Amazing food, locally.
Yeah, we weren't in a very touristic zone.
So let me think. So we get there on Friday.
Yeah.
Friday morning, we kind of should have had the whole day, but as I said, there was some delays.
Chaos in the airport.
It was chaos in the airport on Friday.
The flight was incredible.
Yeah.
It took us longer to get out of the airport.
We
than
flew
it
Aer
did
Lingus.
to fly to Paris.
Yeah.
Hour and a half flight to Paris. 2 hours in the airport trying to get out of the airport.
Because now we will talk about the card show.
Yeah.
This is
a brief.
This is important. We got through security eventually, and we got through the immigration eventually, and then we had to find our bags. But because we'd been in immigration so long, the bags had long since happened. And so none of the screens mentioned Dublin, because Dublin landed an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, Dublin landed so long ago that the screens didn't say Dublin, so we had no idea which conveyor belt our bags were on.
So we're
and our
wandering
bags,
around.
of course, were full of wax and singles.
Yeah.
These are valuable bags gone missing.
Yeah. So we're like wandering
It
around.
took us maybe 20 minutes to figure that out.
Yeah. And eventually you just saw one of your bags
I found one of my bags, and I said, that's my bag.
on a random carousel that was delivering luggage from Athens.
So there was a big mix and mash.
Yeah.
And then once I seen my bag, I was like, right, that's one. They must all be here. And they were.
And sure enough, they were.
Thank goodness.
Then we headed on to the Rossi bus. Rossi is the area of Paris where Charles-de-Gaulle Airport is. And they have this bus.
The culture.
Now, we have taken many an airport shuttle bus in our time.
Yeah.
And they are generally styled in a coach configuration.
Yeah.
You got your big bus,
Luggage in the bottom.
luggage on bottom, people on top. This was like a bendy bus that you would see doing city centre trips.
And we were at the bend.
We're at the bend.
So anytime there was a corner, our bags went flying. It's very difficult.
So that was a whole thing.
Stuff.
Then we met again the Paris metro system, which is as metro's go.
fine.
It's fine. It's good.
It's fine.
Whatever.
It's fine, Metros. Nothing wrong with it.
So then we get to it's roasting here.
Beautiful day.
It was sweltering. We've been in the airport for 3 hours.
Yeah, we have 3 bags, 4 bags.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We're laden down with luggage, and
We're doing well.
We check into our tiny hotel.
Jason booked the hotel, by the way.
I booked the hotel because
By
of the
way.
location.
No, I know. You did a great job. You did everything you could have done.
I just didn't. It never occurred to me.
To look at the photos deeply and do a size comparison.
There was
of
no-
a small Lego figurine.
There was nobody for scale.
Ah.
To me, it looked like a normally because it's small, but everything's in proportion.
Yeah.
The room is small. The beds are small.
our-
The TV is small. Whatever.
Bathroom was split into like 2 rooms.
Yeah.
Shower in one and sink in one, and then toilet in the other.
Yeah. Now, people have said to us in the past, when you guys travel, why do you share a room? Because generally, when a business
Whoa.
sends, if you worked for like Air France,
Yeah.
and you were going to the International Aviation Convention,
That'd be great.
I'd imagine
In Atlantic City.
in Atlantic City,
That wouldn't be
Air
great.
France will book you 2 rooms,
Yeah, as they should.
and we have said to people, well, look, we're not made of money. Doesn't grow on
It
trees,
doesn't grow on trees, people.
and it's not a big deal. It's a twin bed situation.
Okay.
How small are these? How small are these rooms?
There's
Like,
a lot of space to be chilling.
it's grand. Like, I mean,
Me and Jason are always having podcasts to ourselves all the time.
how do you mean?
If we're in the same room, we're talking. That's a podcast.
Yeah. So that's where the content comes from.
If
This
we're
is the-
in different rooms, there's no podcast happening.
no,
Internal dialogue podcast.
yeah, the ideas lab is not
Churning.
it's not churning. So
Maybe someday we'll have our own rooms.
yeah, don't forget to keep that nice. and
Maybe
close.
someday we'll have our own rooms.
Yeah,
Jason.
we will. I think we will. But what I'm saying is, this was a situation where it was like
First time you really felt like we needed 2 rooms because it was so
in
small.
that hotel. It's like either knock through this wall, I don't think it was even to do with the number of people. It was just the space. I just felt, because I'm also a big guy,
Big man.
in a tiny space,
Mm.
and I'm like, if I like, I'm kind of like, to get in, because there's like a toilet and then there's the sink and shower, and I'm kind of getting into.
Here we go.
For the listener, I'm doing a demonstration.
Oh my god, I'll give you this.
I'm coming into the bathroom. The door's here, and I'm putting one foot like that.
I said to Jason outside, we might be a bit embarrassed doing this. He has lost all shit.
Well, I just think if you're going to record a podcast in an airport, you might as well go for it.
Put out the stubs.
So I kind of do that, and then I move the door backwards. Then I like that, and it's not good.
That was terrible. There's people in the smoking area smoking away, thinking the English people are terrible.
Terrible stuff.
We're Irish.
We'll tell them we're Americans.
We're Americans. They might
No,
think
we're American.
Yeah, don't worry about us.
No, you don't understand.
We're different.
Yeah, can't tell them we're fellow Europeans. They'd say, "How dare you?"
Disrespect us.
So anyway, right. So it's all good.
That's why there was no hotel podcast.
That's why there was no hotel podcast.
It just wasn't set up for it. And the sun was blaring. We wanted to be out there.
You got to get out there. Got to hit the streets.
Got to hit the streets. The Champs-Élysées.
Yeah. So what else? What else happened on Friday? We priced all of our stuff for the show.
Priced our stuff. We were very sleepy, but we priced it. Jason
Yeah.
was doing most of that. I was very sleepy. And then we went there. We said, let's get some food.
Yeah, we went to Schwartz's Deli.
What's that?
We went for lunch first of all in the
For
Italian
lunch in
restaurant.
a beautiful Italian restaurant. Shout out to them.
I can't remember what their name was.
Last something.
Last something.
They were incredible. They looked after us very well.
Yeah.
Then we went to Schwartz's Deli, which was incredible.
Yeah, big burgers, pastrami, the
I
whole
said,
lot.
I'm in the middle for a smash burger, and that's exactly what I got.
Yeah,
Delightful.
it was great. So we did that. Then early to bed because you got to work on a Saturday.
Did we get a drink in? Maybe in the Schwartz Deli.
Yeah. A couple of beers. They had Schwartz's own brand beer.
Yeah, we had to
And they
try
said
it.
the best beer for the best pastrami.
And it was good. I didn't get the... How was the pastrami?
It's good. It was a lot.
It was
a lot.
They made them a lot.
It was a big kind of bulging pastrami sandwich.
That's what you want.
It was what I wanted, and I'm kind of like I'm putting all sorts of sauces on it to try and just
Lubricate it
lubricate it just so I can get it in. It was tough, but there's nice pickles.
Oh, yeah.
Which help. And I had to get some strawberries for dessert because I said to you I needed the acidity
Of a
and like
strawberry.
sugary in it. I had so much meat, like so like kind of like a very kind of.
You went overboard.
I went overboard. So then I was like, give me something that's like a different texture and different flavor so that my mouth doesn't feel like this.
We didn't go to McDonald's that day, did we?
No, we didn't, no.
Okay.
So anyway, the show. Wake up Saturday morning,
Yeah, bright and early. Get a breakfast in.
get a breakfast in,
Real quick.
tiny breakfast room.
The hotel disappointed again. with the breakfast.
And again, like the breakfast, well, in a normal size room, the breakfast would have been like limited. It's like,
Oh,
okay,
fine.
there's, it's continental breakfast. Meat and cheeses, fruits, yogurts, pastries.
Yeah, fine.
Fine. There's a coffee machine. There's fruit juice.
People are like bumping into you.
Yeah, you're kind of. No.
Like, it was a nice hotel, but in terms of just...
And the staff were lovely.
Just the size was small.
It's just very, very small. So then we hit the show.
We hit the show.
In typical fashion, the show starts at 9:30.
Yeah.
We come in 9:20 with our
With our bags.
bags under our arms.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
And we got the job done.
Got the job done, got set up.
Got set up rapid.
Put out our boxes, put out our singles.
Yeah.
Now, last year we'd brought lots of singles to the show, including lots of French singles,
Yeah.
all of our Mbappés and stuff like that. And we ended up walking away with more Mbappé than we'd brought. And this year, we brought loads of French stuff, and none of it sold.
Sold some of it.
Some of it. Trezeguet. Sold a David Trezeguet order from Syria Select.
Yeah.
You may have seen that pulled on the YouTube.
Sold, yeah. Don't know what else we sold in terms of singles.
In terms of singles,
we traded some trades for the Ronaldo 2016 Donruss and Messi 2016 Donruss
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
Gavi rookie.
that's right.
That was a good one. I think a lot of the front French players were picked up a lot, and I don't know if we sold one or two along the way.
No, the likes of the Guendouzi, Giroud.
Verratti auto, we did a Verratti auto number to 5, but people wanted the Verratti auto, but didn't want a number to 5 because obviously the price was too high.
They just wanted to spend maybe 10, 15 quid on a
Yeah.
Verratti auto. They're not really bothered that it's...
No, they're going in 80, 100. They're not doing that.
But we did have some good conversations. We did have some good interest. We did sell a good, healthy number of boxes.
Yeah, of course.
Women's Champions League knockout did very, very well.
Flew out the door, people.
Flew out the door.
Flew. We should have brought more. But that's the thing. We never know what to bring.
Yeah.
We're limited in our capacity.
Finest Flashbacks did well.
Simplicidad.
Simplicidad
Deco.
did well. Deco. We had Don Russ
Fat pack.
22, 23 fat packs
2023 did
for
the good stuff.
€20.
€20 a pack pack, and we didn't sell a single one.
Didn't sell a single one. And we would have, to be honest, if someone had said, can I take 2 for 30, we probably would have said yeah.
Oh, 100%. People didn't really engage with them. That was the main
No.
thing.
Obviously, then the thing about the Paris Card Show is you're in France.
Yes.
There's no expectation that the people at the show will speak English.
Yeah.
If you are coming to the Paris Card Show and setting up, you're backing yourself.
You're backing yourself
You're
in a
saying-
big way, especially if you're an English speaker only.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like if you don't speak French, then
It's tough.
don't blame them. You came here,
Yeah, facts.
you know.
It's tough.
So that was slightly tough. I mean, in fairness, the level of English at the show was
Grand.
quite high, but there's a different hello, how are you, thank you, yes, this is very
Yeah.
nice. It's a different level to, right, but if I take this and I take this, could you maybe give me half price off? Like the language of,
Negotiating was different. The business language.
that's like when they do language exams,
Yes.
business level, like that's like a level. It's like, can you conduct yourself in a touristic way? Can you conduct business through a language? It's like
Different level. Yeah.
it's a different level. So we did okay.
Yeah, we did fine.
We enjoyed ourselves.
We engaged. We had a little note that was all in French.
Yeah, prices on the back.
Prices are on the back of everything. That was good. Because we had to go to a depot to get some pricing labels and stuff.
Office Depot.
Office Depot.
Yeah,
Thank God. That was great.
which our American listeners will be familiar with Office Depot.
Yeah.
They have it in France as well.
The whole show was, the main sponsor was Tops. They were giving away a lot of stuff, doing a lot of stuff. They had some mystery boxes for sale for €35. Don't know
Yeah.
what's inside them. We probably should have bought one of them
They sold out.
for the vlog. Okay, yeah. They had
Panini France were there.
Panini France were there. So again, that's not Panini America. These are not the people with Prisms or Score, or Prisms or Select.
Yeah.
They had Panini Score from all 4 regions.
All the leagues,
so
yeah.
FIFA, Select, Serie A, and French League, Ligue 1, and La Liga. They were selling them. They were just kind of
No FIFA.
They didn't have FIFA Score.
Premier League, La Liga, Serie A. That was it, I think. And
League
Liga.
one.
Yeah, those 4.
Oh, sorry, Premier League.
Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, and Liga. No FIFA.
Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, Ligue 1. Okay, that's the 4. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So they had those 4 set up. They were just selling fat packs on hobby boxes.
Yeah.
That was kind of it. They were just selling. They were like a vendor. It was really a bit strange.
Yeah, it was strange.
bit strange.
Who else was there? eBay were there.
eBay were there with a great little shenanigans, I would say.
So eBay had this. Did we
Promotion.
did we get that for the vlog?
Don't know.
I don't know if we did.
Well, if you got our table there on it, you could.
Yeah, I
definitely
might have to
pause
do
it
a little
and
explainer,
voiceover.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how does the eBay thing work? Was so eBay got in touch with everyone who's like has an eBay shop, basically.
Okay. If you have a shop on eBay,
That's as far as I understand. If you have
Yeah.
a shop on eBay, like if you're like a kind of pro seller on eBay, which if you've seen our auction live streams,
Come on.
we fall
best in the business.
in that category. And they said, right, here are 4 jars of tokens with different values on them.
We had 10, we had 50, we had 100, and we had 500, which I think should have been 400. Do you know why?
Why is that?
I almost gave a few people 500s for their 50s.
Mm.
Because I see the 5, I see the 0. If that was 400, I'd have never made that
Wow.
mistake. I didn't make the mistake in the end, but I almost did.
Um,
What they did was,
yeah.
to cut you off, Jason, was if you went to an eBay partner table, so anyone that had an eBay shop and got these tokens, for every €1 you spent, you'd get a token. And obviously it was in those intervals, 10, 50, 100, and whatever. So if you came up to our table and bought, say, 2 boxes of something for €100 each, you spent 200 at our table, we'd give you 2 tokens of 100 each.
Yeah.
You could then redeem them tokens at the eBay stand for like mystery packs, graded cards, and different little bits.
Card
It
supplies.
was class, like mags and stuff like that.
Yeah. So basically, how eBay, because Alex from eBay France got in touch with us about it, and basically what he said to us was, "This is like it doesn't cost you anything. You're not like it's only kind of good for the people who are buying."
But it's good for the selling as well, because I kind of felt bad, because there was a guy next to us, and he was like, how did you get the eBay thing? Because it's obviously an incentive
Oh yeah,
for people.
sorry, that's the other thing he said is that
It's obviously an incentive for people to spend at your table versus another table.
that's exactly it. Yeah.
But that I felt bad, because like I was like, I guess when I go to a show, I'm never trying to outsell my table next to me, kind of a thing. Necessarily.
No, but then get on eBay.
True. Get your eBay shop, big man.
Get your eBay shop, big man. So that was that. The thing about it is, there's a lot of basketball.
There's a lot of basketball. There was a lot of basketball. There was a lot of Fortnite, a lot of Pokemon, a lot of trading card games. Like, if you look at it, if you dissect it, there wasn't a lot of sports. The majority of the sports was basketball.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of soccer then, I would say.
No, there wasn't a lot of soccer.
Like maybe 4 big soccer tables.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Like, we had a couple of big soccer collectors, including Paris soccer cards.
Yeah, huge collection. Oh my god, big deals going down.
Big deals going down. But there was a lot of basketball cards, and that was it. And now CCG, who own CSG, were there. We saw them at the Munich card show, and they were advertising for an operations specialist. They're recruiting for the team in Munich. They can't keep enough staff in there, so that's presumably going well.
Yeah, must be.
If they're hiring more people.
Yeah, 100%.
Little report from the front.
From the front lines.
There. We had a good time.
There's just Grizzly Cards was there.
Yeah.
That'll be exposed on the blog.
Yeah, expose.
An expose on the vlog for that one.
Antoine Griezmann was controlling operations from afar.
From afar in Madrid.
Yeah, he was in Madrid and he was doing deals via his emissaries and ambassadors and
unbelievable, Jeff.
Unbelievable stuff.
We traded into some basketball wax, some Crown Royale.
Yeah.
We don't know much about it, but we just said let's do it.
We did it. It was fun. And then somebody came up and said, "Oh, look at that Crown Royale. That's a great price."
Yeah. And then came back up later and said, "What's the best you'll do on it? Will you give me a cheaper price?" And I was like, "What?"
You just told me it was a great price.
And it is a great price. And I said, "I'll give it €10 off." And he laughed at, like, that's not a discount.
Yeah, he goes.
And I was like, "Go away then."
Yeah.
Go away. I got into a bit of trouble with a French man.
Yeah.
I hopped over in between 2 of his tables.
Yeah. That's a faux pas.
Cussed me out in French. Especially, I said, "Pardon." I was like, "Pardon."
Yeah.
I was like, there was a big commotion there. There's a little girl. There was all this. I didn't want to move everyone out my way. There's a gap here. I'll slide through the gap.
He didn't appreciate that.
He didn't appreciate. He thought this.
Yeah.
He was angry, and I was like, I'm not gonna engage. I'm just gonna.
You're above it.
Gonna go about my business.
Yeah.
Try chat to.
You said you were sorry.
I said I was sorry. He made fun of me for saying that, and I said, okay, well, fine. Enjoy selling your. Okay. Get all spicy and Italian about it.
In terms of who was there, like last year we had like sellers from
Italy,
Germany. People had traveled from Spain last year.
True.
I have to say, like in terms of like the people who were there in October that were there this year, like we were flying the international flag.
Big time.
Yeah.
We had Helga with fan art was there from Germany. We had Luke from the Hobby Box and UK Soccer Breaks was there.
UK, yeah.
It's US, but it's UK.
The Hobby Box.
The Hobby Box, yeah, that's what he's currently flying the flag for.
Yeah.
So that's UK represent, and there was a lot of UK people walking around as well. Yeah. So that's UK.
Saw a few friends from London.
Germany, a few friends from London, but like neither of them had a table in October.
No.
So in terms of the people returning from the October show, I think we were the only international.
Yeah.
Representation.
Unless you count our big friends, our big friends over at Dave and Adams.
Oh yeah, they doubled up. That's true.
They doubled up.
They
doubled down.
Representing the Netherlands.
Representing the Netherlands.
And representing Dave and Adams Corporation.
Yeah, the Dave and Adams Corporation. Who, by the way, so that's basically everything.
Oh my god.
There's a vlog. I don't want to give away too much stuff. There's a vlog.
The vlog
coming.
is lit.
So there's fun stuff in the vlog.
We traded into a 1-on-1 card. We won't get into that. We traded for a 1-on-1. We got a 1-on-1. Prison.
Yeah, we can get into that. It's not in the vlog.
It's not in the vlog.
No,
that should be in the vlog.
Maybe it is. I can't remember exactly what I shot.
Well, we definitely have pictures of it. You can add it in.
Yes, it's on Instagram now. Yes. Anyway, and YouTube.
Apart from that, though, like it was a well put together show.
Yeah, congratulations to the organisers.
Yeah, I think the sponsors done a good job in terms of like what eBay were doing, what Tops were doing.
Yeah,
Panini were just. I mean, good to see them somewhere selling.
Yeah, good to see them with products.
They obviously have a different approach. They were just selling boxes.
I said to Panini fans, I said, "Hey, I know your website's geo-locked. You know, you can't. I can't get Panini League on Score in Ireland." Like, I said, and they go, "Yeah, that's right." And I said, like, is that a kind of is that for everybody? I kind of gave him the old nudge and the wink. I said, like, you know, if I was in Ireland, like, and I just wanted to ship over, say, a few cases of League on Score, like, that wouldn't be an issue, would it? And he said, yeah, that would be an issue. We wouldn't do that. And I was like, no, I know. No, I said, I know. But, like, I could send you an email, could I? And he goes, no, don't send me an email. And I'm trying to I'm kind of winking at him, like, but yeah.
Yeah, but
I know. I was like, that's probably your boss over there. You probably don't want to say.
you don't want to say it,
But like,
what is that about?
don't know.
Don't know.
And I even went as far as to say we got 2019-20 Panini foot in from France before, and we used a forwarder. And I said I didn't have a great experience, and he goes, "Yeah, and I have to be careful with those forwarders." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I know. That's exactly.
That's the point.
That's what I'm saying. So like maybe like
You could ship it to me.
you could ship it to me if I just
If I wanted to buy a lot of it.
And he just said, "Well, it's on sale today." Come on,
That's
come on,
horrible.
Panini fans.
But like that's it. That's what I expect. Like for me, I was like, did you actually just show up here to sell boxes like a vendor? I was like, what are you doing?
But then, in saying that, we did have a conversation where we were like, it's kind of good for League on Score that you can't get outside fans.
That kind of adds to the allure.
It adds to the allure.
But they had all the other all the other scores.
Yeah.
Just the Italian. So I was like, how did you get that?
Yeah.
What are you doing there? How do you have the Premier League here in France? But ultimately, like, that League on Score was hot product, hot demand. We got to open some fat packs that we bought off a different vendor, not off Panini. So we'll go to a different vendor and we'll buy
They
their.
were off Panini.
Did you get those off
Yeah,
Panini?
yeah.
I thought you got them from
Cop card?
for £6.
No, they're from Panini for £6.
Okay. Damn, Jason.
Yeah.
There was the French
Because
podcast.
I thought maybe I'll grease his wheels a little bit.
There, so look at this big spender.
Yeah. Here's
Two packs.
€12. Now, if I slide €12 across the table,
Can you learn how to ship
Does that-
internationally?
does that mean anything?
And it
Could
doesn't.
you open a UPS account? He
They're
said,
a mad organisation. All you need is a forwarder, really. But anyway, the French version of this podcast,
pot cart.
Podcast, were there, and they had a beautiful setup because they just had their chairs, a little table, podcast setup, and they had 2 lounging seats for guests. Now we don't have guests,
We don't have guests.
but it was great to see. It was like, wow, imagine if we went to a show and instead of being vendors, we were just a podcast.
Yeah.
They were interviewing people and doing
They were.
content.
High quality content.
It's good stuff to see. Obviously, it's
though.
French. I couldn't understand it.
But you get the gist.
I'd like to think that they're doing a good job.
You can imagine. I used to collect when I was young and got back
No, I
into
know
it.
that, but I'm saying in terms of what they're.
But just in French.
I don't know anything about their podcast, but I assume it's good.
It's a top French soccer card, top French card podcast.
Well, there you go, people.
So I presume they open saying,
Was there anything else like from the show? Like we did
the
come away.
premier card podcast du monde.
Tout le monde. We came away from the show feeling like it was a great show. Place was full for most of the day, and it went on 9 to 6, so that was a late one.
And it was good attendance
It was
throughout
good.
the
Like
whole
at
day.
half five, there was still a big bustle around the place.
Yeah.
For me, like obviously as mainly soccer people, and we got a lot of interest in our F1. We sold a lot of F1, but
We did.
mainly soccer people. We were like, it's not actually a huge show for soccer people,
No.
but it is still growing slowly, growing sustainably,
Yeah.
and so it's a reflection of where the hobby is in France.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense that the basketball card culture is more advanced because if you're into basketball and the NBA specifically, then you've come into contact with American sports culture in a way that the rest of your
Yeah.
own country hasn't.
Facts.
So therefore, like how in Germany, the biggest entry point of the hobby has been into the NFL.
Yeah.
You get into the sport, then you get into the cards, and because you're already consuming all this Americanized version of the sport,
You're
you're
seeing
like,
the cards.
basketball cards or NFL cards, whatever, National Treasures, Prism.
Class.
Whereas if you're into football, that's not a part of it in a mainstream way. So I mean, even Antoine Griezmann is doing deals for NFL and NBA cards.
Not soccer cards.
He doesn't want to.
They're his peers.
He'll
That
go like
might
Gundogan
feel
1 of
weird,
1.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Bit mad.
bit mad.
Bit mad, people.
So listen, we'll.
It's a good show
It's a good show. We thank all the organisers for putting it on.
for having us.
And let me just say that we'll see you live from Paris Airport some other time. Goodbye.
Goodbye, gang. What happened there at the end?
I did a cool little thing.
That was cool.